You wake up and it's June 1st, 2019 again. What is the first thing you do? Stonks. Pfizer and 3META GameStop and AMC. Visit my mom like every fucking day, 'cause she dies in 3 months. Sorry for your loss. My mom passed in January and I hadn't been able to see her for a whole year because of COVID, and there was no funeral. She had Alzheimer's and didn't know the difference, but it still stinks. Run outside without a mask. In my state, outdoor mask mandates are abolished as long as you social distance. I'd predict the next Smash characters. They'd all think I'm a genius. I'm telling you, they will add Minecraft Steve to Smash. I'm not crazy. Buy as much GME as possible. Buy tons of Dogecoin. GME only experienced a 6,000% profit during that timeframe. Dogecoin went up 15,000%. I message my girlfriend and say, start looking for houses. I'm moving to the UK so you can finish your education. Was this your biggest regret of the last 2 years? Absolutely nothing. I'm not so foolish enough to start fucking with the course of history. Masturbate, though. That shouldn't hurt anyone. Buy toilet paper. Delete a certain contact from my phone and resolve never to interact with them again, before I make a huge, stupid mistake and end up in the worst mental health crisis of my life. Cry. That's a vibe. Don't make the mistake that ruined my life. I told you the KKK is not cool. Convince my dad to find a way to get another colonoscopy so that maybe he'd still be alive. His doctors wouldn't do one because he'd had a clear one within a year, but in September last year, he was already past saving as it has spread to his lungs and liver. He died in October, less than 2 months after diagnosis, which was only found due to hospitalization after breaking his back. Yeah, I'd tell my best friend to get checked for cancer. He was diagnosed and killed in less than 2 months. Hospitals were overrun with corona at the time, and I'm pretty sure that's why he couldn't get proper treatment. I'm sorry for your loss. Pet my dog and quit drinking immediately. I had a struggle with alcohol addiction just after this time and gave her up because I felt she deserved better. Now I'm sober and don't have my dog. I can't regret my decision because she is happy, but if I could do it all differently I would. That's tough. I have owned and loved dogs and other animals for the rest of my life, and I couldn't even imagine how hard this has to be. But honestly, this has to be one of the biggest acts of love you could have ever done for you dog. Putting yourself behind and only thinking about your dog's welfare, even though I assume it hurts so much. TBH, I don't think I'd be able to do that, even if I knew my dog could have it better somewhere else. You were and are very strong doing that, and I am sure your dog knows that. Take your time and maybe one day you can give another dog a nice home to feel welcome in. You have all my respect for putting your animals first and also for quitting to drink. I know that shit is messy from my own family. Keep strong, buddy. Move to New Zealand. Registering on Twitter and trying my utmost to get #DON, teat * bats * trending. Buy the shit out of Bitcoin. 2019, not 2009 Dogecoin. Buy Dogecoin. Tell everyone that I'm a time traveler and make a gimmick out of it. Oh god, I have an exam tomorrow. I guess I have to study for final exams again. Damn it. Probably should have said July lol. June exams suck though. I'd kill myself. No way in hell would I be going through the past 2 years all over again. But what if it was all just a dream this whole time? You would have killed yourself when COVID wasn't even going to happen. I asked out a good friend on June 10th of that year. That was the first time I'd ever asked anyone out, as I don't really develop crushes too easily, so I was pretty psyched when she said yes. Then a few days later she said she wanted to cancel on our thing because she wanted to go out with another guy she'd recently started talking to and didn't think we'd work out in the first place. I think I was heartbroken, but I do know I was devastated. I had some good people around me, but also some people who did more harm than good, and it rattled my self-confidence for a solid month. Immediately after she called things off, I told her I'd need some time and unfollowed her and stuff on social media. But ultimately, I figured that if she was happy, then I'd be happier. So I reached out a little under a week later, said everything was good, it wasn't, and told her to do what made her happy and that I'd be happy if she did so. I figured that would help make me feel better, but it honestly didn't. A couple of months later, Her boyfriend dumped her after a friend she was hanging out with made a move on her, which she rejected, and she came to me to tell me about it. I helped her through it, helped her see that it was her ex-boyfriend's problem and not hers, and at least hoped I helped her move on. At that point, though, I think I was less hurt about being rejected than I was about how I was rejected, so needless to say I didn't mention anything about it at that point. I think I handled everything well, all things considered. And I know people are like, well, it only gets easier from here, or something whenever something like that happens, but I still regret asking her out in the first place. I hated how I felt in that month, and I felt like I couldn't do anything to get out of it. It was difficult seeing her with her boyfriend in her Snapchats and stuff, telling her I was okay, and then consoling her through the breakup. If I woke up 9 days before all that happened, I'd stop myself from asking her out in the first place and save myself the pain. Because ultimately, nothing about that situation helped me, and I still feel bad about it to this day. Man, that's unfortunate. You shouldn't get onto yourself for getting yourself out there, though. No reason not to feel bad about the situation, but most of that kind of thing's out of anyone's hands. Maybe she just didn't want to see your friendship drift, or maybe she didn't look at you in that way. I don't know, man. Best of luck to you. Tell my mom I'm sorry. Invest all my money in Amazon and companies that make toilet paper. The toilet paper thing was a myth. Never was a shortage, and the companies that made it didn't really make fortunes out of the panic. It mostly just emptied the normal standing surplus of supply. Go to the pool, because it's June 1, 2019. Buy hand sanitizer, various kinds of face masks, disposable gloves, disinfectant spray, and a few extra packs of toilet paper. These will be for my own use. Buy a stockpile of the lower end of GeForce 20 series graphics cards. Use a few to make a decent, home gamer, mining rig, and begin mining Bitcoin and Ethereum. Buy Amazon stock. Set up to automatically sell them on August 28, 2020, and use half of the proceeds to buy GME. Set those up to sell on January 27, 2021. Put an order in for lumber supplies to build a new house, for delivery on January 28, 2021. Dump his ass. Hug my mother who died this week. Make tweets that would sound crazy, but end up being true. There's only one thing I would do. I would never go on that fucking trip to NH in July 2019 with my ex-best friend, because his cousin almost killed us in a drunk driving incident. My life went downhill after that. For the first time in my life, I accepted death. I accepted that if I die, I die. That's that. I knew that if we just hit a car at 100 miles per hour plus we would all be gone. I couldn't leave the car. My phone was dead, too. I couldn't do anything except accept death. I wouldn't have been able to say goodbye to anyone. I wouldn't have been able to forgive my mom for things she has done. I wouldn't have been able to tell people I've hurt that I'm sorry. Invest in the stock market. Talk my best friend out of taking his life. I'm sorry to hear that. Buy a small private island. Build a house. Plant some fruits and vegetables. Get a farm going. Start stockpiling toilet paper and canned foods. Then wait for 2020 to hit and just watch the shit show on TV from my private island. Private islands start at $500,000 for 0.5 to 1 acre of undeveloped land. 2019 would have been a much better time to come out than 2020. So come out to my mom. Still haven't came out to my dad yet, cheeky smiley face. Working up the courage, lol, good job working it up. It's hard. Probably smoke a bowl while one put the rest of the plan together. 2 years later, you find this post again and go, aw shit, I knew I was supposed to do something. Then think of something to do. Buy Tesla, short cruise lines, buy crypto. Vomit. I was super pregnant in June 2019. Cancel our wedding and elope instead. Our wedding? Wow. I mean, this is sudden and I have only known you for 3 minutes, but fuck it. Sure, let's get married. Delaney K19. Edit. I now see that you are the woman and my ship does not sail straight. I must back away slowly. Fly to Wuhan, and stop that one guy who is about to eat a bat. Spend time with my cat and best friend, because they'll both be gone within a year. Invest in GameStop while I still have $800K in my bank account before I spend it all on a car. That's a lot to spend on a car. You probably don't need any more money. Take advantage of all the stocks that somehow shot up during the pandemic. The previous years have made it abundantly clear that people on every level of the hierarchy will not fucking listen to reason until it's too late, and there's not much I can do to change it. I'll just tell my immediate family to stock up on masks and get used to frequent handwashing. Then I'd try making some money off the bloody stock market. I'd be on my honeymoon again. Freaking sweet. I'd remember to wear sunscreen this time so I wouldn't be uncomfy. Come out to my father sooner. Also, buy Dogecoin, apparently. Immediately kill myself. I'd take the keys to my car and drive into a large tree at 110 miles per hour. I regret choosing to have hope, and I regret choosing to stay alive. Hugs. Tell my mum to get a PET scan. She could have received early treatment for the cancer that killed her last month. And arrange time off work to get a nice, long coffee with her after. Get excited and sad. Warn myself not to talk to certain people on Discord who lie and cheat. Keep my actions about the same for a short while, and then do everything differently. So differently that people will know me as the one who has weird plans and a weird social life. I would also get a lot of friends and try to be more social. File my taxes. You can never be too early. Open a face mask and toilet paper factory. Hashtag BUYDOGE. Don't get married. Please make May 1, 2019. Turn my computer on to play Fortnite. Invest in GameStop. Scream. Then invest in PPE making companies and Pfizer as well as GameStop. Buy Bitcoin. Try my very best to rekindle and fortify my slowly dying LTR with the girlfriend I had for the past 13 years. We drifted apart over the course of that summer, and broke up in September of 2019. Go to that fucking concert I didn't go to because I can just go to the next one. Tell my mom to go fuck herself. Then move in with my dad. And as a bonus I would realize I was trans sooner. Invest in shares and cryptocurrency. Buy as much Dogecoin as I possibly can. Scream. I have a 5-week-old baby. She would be gone, and I would be living in a terrible podunk town. I would be inconsolable. Since our little boy arrived I can't even contemplate any change where he isn't here. The rest of my life is garbage, but I couldn't trade him for anything. Well, that's my birthday, so I'd enjoy it with as many family and friends as I could find. Then I'd simply not make any of the mistakes I did between then and now and be golden. Uninstall League of Legends. Kill myself. I don't want to go through all the pain from last 2 years again. I would tell my ex-wife go ahead and leave since I would know she's cheating and leaving me that next month. Then I would ask my friend, an old coworker, if she still wanted to hang out. I would also go visit my grandpa one more time as well as my cousin before they died. Maybe take some sure bets so I can just live comfortably.
Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.